Virgo season is here. Mercury is out of retrograde. My friend, let's talk about this habits of health season, as well as where our emotional energy is going to be this week as we follow the moon and more. Stay tuned because this is your Sidereal Astrology forecast for the week of September 18th through the 24th. Hello, 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 my friend. Danny C. Mooney's here, your spiritual healer, helping you heal the past, present, and future. My friend, one of my favorite things to do is to help connect you to your inner knowledge. And we do that through the lens of astrology and the Akashic records. I can't wait to help you heal those generational, societal, ancestral curses, paradigms, belief systems that are holding you back from fulfilling your soul's mission. Be sure to click that subscribe button and hit the bell because we've got new astrology insights all about sidereal astrology here, plus videos on spirituality, personal growth, and wellness tools for you. Cannot get my words correct. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in and see where we are because, my friend, we did move into Virgo season. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And remember, what I mean by that when we say we've moved into Virgo season, when you're hearing that, it's simply that the sun has moved into the energy or is in the part of the sky that Virgo rules. So Virgo is an earth sign. It is a very grounded sign. It loves to perfect things. So when we look at our Virgo energy, we're looking at where we are trying to perfect things, where we are trying to be of service to others, and where we are really trying to create the habits of health. Okay, so you could say healthy habits. Yeah, that's a thing too. But I heard this and I was like, this is so much better because it's habits, right? It's the habits that we have. It's the habits that get us to have, right, the mental wellness, the physical wellness, the spiritual wellness, the emotional wellness, right? We get that wellness, that overall wellness of our multidimensional self through the habits that we have. And Virgo season is the best time. And I want you to think about this for a second. We are about to move into our fall season. As a matter of fact, the end of this week, we will have our fall equinox. And it's the new season, it's a new time. And if you think about this, a new season involves new habits, new routines, new rituals. As a matter of fact, I'm currently working, finishing up hopefully by Wednesday, the zodiacal guide for Virgo. So the guidebook that I put out every single week, this one's with Virgo season. It'll talk all about Virgo energy, all about the season of Virgo. So the transits that are happening this season and how they'll affect you, what to look out for. We've got journal prompts in there every single week to really help you embody and review, reflect the self-awareness around the season and yourself, and rituals for the new season. And our current season, our current guidebook has our summer rituals, and this new one will have rituals for fall. And so those rituals, right, those routines, those whatever you want to call them, protocols, happen during this particular time in embodying and working with the energy of now, of the new season. It's the same thing with a Virgo, right? We want to look at this energy and say, how do I use this energy? But also, because Virgo is all about our health, right? We want to look at the habits, the routines, the rituals that we have, that we are doing right now, that are going to serve us in this particular time of year. I think I said this in one of my last videos, is our days are getting shorter. Like the amount of light that we have during the day is getting shorter. Our nights are getting longer. And so right off the bat, that is going to shift some routines that we have. So we have to look at where are those routines going to serve us? Where are those routines that we're currently doing not going to serve us? What's been out of balance? How is it going to shift for us for this new season? And I can tell you this and the four elements. We are diving in this in Cosmic Alchemy this month. We actually kick off on September 18th, our Cosmic Alchemy group coaching around group healing, actually around this Virgo energy. So if you are interested in diving more into Virgo energy, more into the zodiacal seasons and understanding your natural rhythms, how to align with them so that you're not pushing against things, but you're flowing with things, then I definitely invite you to take a look at Cosmic Alchemy. All right, I'm going to share my screen here. All right, so as we can see, our sun has just moved into the zodiac sign of Virgo. So she's right there in 1 degree Virgo. So our sun is going to be hanging out with a few people this week. Now, we've had this connection to Uranus for a bit now, and we will have it to about the 22nd. So that's Wednesday of this week. And so this really has been that energy of more open-mindedness, that adventurous kind of experimenting, right? More opportunities, excitement, the need to try something new, to make changes in our lives. This has really been that kind of like rebelling out of the norm type energy. And so we will still continue to see that through about Wednesday of this week. And then we also have this really beautiful trine to Pluto. Now, this is more of allowing us to have deeper experiences, right? Diving into what's present for us right now in this moment. And this gives us a lot of personal power, a lot of greater power. And so I've been talking to different people over the past couple of weeks. And one of the things that I've noticed is that there's this powerful energy that's wanting to come out. And it's no lie to me, or no, it's, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but it makes sense to me because personal power, right, is in our solar plexus chakra. And so Virgo and solar plexus go hand in hand. And so there's been this kind of buildup of allowing our power to come through, which is one of the really beautiful things that we can work on during Virgo season. This is also a time when we're like clearing out some clutter and kind of like making space, right? Oftentimes I know, like with me, it's like, oh, my clothes, I have the same old clothes. And it's not that I don't like the clothes that I have. I like the clothes that I have, but they're no longer bringing like an interest to me anymore for whatever reason. And I find that when I make space to welcome new clothes in, the new clothes come. But I have to make space. If I'm constantly, just with the things that I do have, I'm not really creating that space. So we got to clear the clutter out. We got to stir the energy up, remove any energy that is blocking us, that is stopping us, so that we can have that new energy come in. And then we also have this really nice, nice, maybe not so nice, opposition to a Neptune. So we've had this since the 13th of September. We'll have this all the way till the Monday to the 25th. So this makes you more susceptible to confusion and deception, which can lead to some insecurity and can lead to some discouragement, right? There's a lot of ego conflict coming on. We have a lot of it because of the Leo energy as well. And then we had our new moon in Leo. And so we've kind of had some ego conflicts kind of happening with this, but our defenses are kind of weakened here with Neptune, right? And it's as if we can't quite see clearly. I always say this with Neptune, you can't quite see everything clearly. And so we are a little bit on a defensive type energy. I said this, I think, in the new moon reading was clear as kind. clear is kind right now during this time, at least till this Monday. Not that you shouldn't be clear all the time, but at least to this 25th on Monday. Even though Mercury is out of retrograde, we are still in the shadow period, which means things can still come up. The energy's still a little bit wonky. Yes, we're feeling like things are moving forward, but it can still be, there can be still be things that are coming up, especially in relation to things that came up during the Mercury retrograde period. So clear is kind, my friend. Clear is kind, clear is kind, clear is kind. Okay. And then, as always, be mindful of addictions with Neptune. They can, and whether that's substances, whether that's food, whether that's emotions, we can definitely feel that as well. So let's talk a little bit about where our moon is going to be for this week, and then we'll dive into some other things that are going on in our sky, because we do have a couple of things that are going to affect us. So kicking off this week, we come down to our moon here is in Libra. So it will be in Libra for Monday and Tuesday. Libra is our air energy. So if you're finding yourself at the beginning of this week not being able to focus, not being able to, like if you're struggling to think clearly, or if it's like it just feels like things are bouncing all around, that's an air energy. And so with Libra, we're also wanting to be more diplomatic. There's a little bit more give and take here, being able to see all sides of things. When it comes to our work and what we're doing, I would highly recommend that we focus here on quick tasks, quick things, finishing things up. This isn't the time to start a new project. This isn't the time to try to get into the work of putting all the things together. Air energy is not the best energy for that. It's more of like the researching. As a matter of fact, I'll be hosting our annual murder mystery night in October. And so there's a lot of things that I want to get ready for the party, right? Right now, though, all I'm doing is looking at the theme of the murder mystery night. There's different, themes that we could have. And so I'm just like researching different themes, different props, different things that we can have. And so I'm in research mode, like, it's all that type of energy here for Libra. Now, later on in the week, I might make some other decisions, but right now it's not the decision making time. It's the gathering the information. So if you're working on a particular project in your business, or you're looking at launching something new, this is a really good time to get all the details, especially if there's like a program or technology that you're wanting to use or shift into. This is research mode, research time. All right, so moving into Wednesday and through Thursday, so Wednesday and Thursday, we can see that our moon moved into Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign, so this is more of an emotional type energy. And with Scorpio, it's the deeper emotions. Now, I do want to point out that later this week, the moon will be conjunct Pluto, which is definitely going to bring in some more deep buried emotions, but we will kind of start to see some of that coming up here starting Wednesday and Thursday. So some of that will start to come through during Scorpio or any water moon. It's a really good time to do a lot more self-care than you normally would. Scorpio is a really good time to do some deeper inner work. So whether you're doing some journaling for some shadow work, or you're working with a healer to kind of release some things, really good time to do that. Just to allow the things to come forward so they can come out, right? Okay, when we move into Friday, you can see our moon is now in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is a fire sign, and we'll see the moon in there from Friday to Saturday. And so this is a time of movement. This is the time of exploring. This is the time where you're getting into action. This is the time when you make offers, my friend. So if we look at our energy beginning at the beginning of this week, where we're like researching, right? So, Wednesday through Thursday, we're connecting with the emotional energy around that to bring forward the messaging, maybe for our offer, or connecting deeply with our audience or our community to get that information, right? That connection. And then on Friday, Saturday, we make our offer. We let them know this is what we have. This is what our offer is going to be. And invite them to come work with you, invite them to come join you, invite them to do a session with you, or join your program, or whatever it might be. So Sunday is Friday, Saturday is a really good time to do that. And especially around the languaging of exploration, of exploring, of expanding, right? Maybe you work with somebody to help them expand their consciousness, or expand their energy, or expand their perspective, right? This is definitely a really good time, or expand their money. That's also a really good one too. And then we have on Sunday, our moon will move into Capricorn. So we'll be back down into a more grounded type energy. Capricorn is like responsibilities, like let's get all the responsibilities done. So I'm even looking at my own schedule. I haven't had a day off in almost over a month now. And so this weekend I have off. So I know on Saturday, I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to explore. I'm just going to see what comes my way. And then Sunday, I know I'm going to have to like kind of get some things ready for the week, do all the things that I probably haven't been able to do over the past month, some of the cleaning maybe that I have to do, but it's more of a responsibility type energy of getting things in order, getting things together. Now, if I look at this from the idea of if I was just planning my murder mystery night this week, this is how I might use this moon energy to do that. So Monday, Tuesday, I'm looking at the research of finding the different ideas of maybe what I want this theme to be, or what I want the food to be, or like recipes. Maybe I'm looking for recipes and props and things like that. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, I'm connecting to maybe emotionally, what do I want the environment to feel like or to be like? Am I just bringing people together to just bring them together? Do I want to have more emotional heart-to-heart conversations with them? Do I want to create that type of environment there? Maybe I'm even reaching out to people to say, hey, here, this is what we're doing. Here's the deadline. And then on Friday and Saturday, maybe I'm going and starting to pick up all the things that I'm going to need, right? Maybe I start buying the props, or that I researched, right? Or I buy the actual murder mystery program so that I have that, and I start looking through some of the materials, high level, not detailed, but high level. And then on Sunday, that's when I'm going to open up and kind of read through everything to see what's needed, and then really kind of set some to-dos and a plan of action for the next couple of weeks until we have the party. So you can look at it even from that standpoint of how you can use the energy of this to work on certain projects, or to work on events, or things that you may be doing both personally and within your business. Now, for those of you that are looking to make an offer, again, you can use this energy of these next couple of days to kind of build some energy around what you're thinking about offering them, right? Come Saturday, some Friday, Saturday, you can kind of get them like, oh, curious. Maybe you're asking them questions, asking them to share things. And then Wednesday, Thursday, you're connecting with them. You're putting more of an emotional, like, emotional pose of dealing with whatever it is that they're dealing with, that your new thing, or your thing you're about to talk about, is going to help them with. And then on Friday, Saturday, you make your offer, and then Sunday, you get everybody in. Okay, I hope that was a good quick overview of how you can use that. I actually learned the productivity aspect of using the moon from Vanessa Corazon with Moon Site Planner. I loved her program. She did an absolutely beautiful job in showing how to work with the moon in this way. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to a couple of the things I wanted to share with you about this week. There we go. Okay, so Mercury, again, as I said, is direct. So woohoo, we've got Mercury direct. And we also have this really nice energy with Jupiter right now. And we're going to have this all the way until September 28th, where Mercury and Jupiter together, again, they're really nice. They're really working together. Their energies are working together really nicely. So there's a lot of optimism, a lot of good news here, a lot of like making plans, cleaning things up, organizing, especially under this Virgo energy. expanding our horizons, which I would say this is a good time to like take a different route to work or take a different route to the grocery store. If you go for a walk, go the opposite way than you normally do. Let's say when you leave your front door, you go to the left, this time go to the right, right? Change up your routine, change up your habit, because when we do that, we expand our awareness and we expand our horizons to seeing something different, and we allow something new into our perspective and into our awareness. So this is a really good time also for negotiations, for contracts, for legal business. It's just a really good overall happy, like lucky time. So you might even feel that, especially because Mercury is direct now, even more so we might feel this. And this does start, we do see this as of the 20th. I don't think I said that, but we'll start seeing this as of the 20th, which is Wednesday. All right, and then the last thing I want to talk about is we have Mars and Venus. So Mars, we have right here, is making a sextile to Venus. And so that we've been seeing that for a while. We're going to continue that. So I just want to remind you, this is still a really good time for romance, for receiving love, giving love, adoration for the people in your life. So my friend, write some love notes to people. Write some love notes to people, especially over the next couple of weeks. And then we also have Mars and this opposition to Chiron. Now, earlier, I kind of talked about Neptune and how our defenses are a little bit more lower, we're a little bit more weakened and we're on the defense. Let me put it that way. With this opposition with Mars, we can also feel as if we're being personally attacked. So I want you to be mindful that if you start to feel personally attacked, that is not the case, right? It's the way that we're observing the situation, but they're also bringing into your awareness some unresolved wounds. Some unresolved wounds. I'll give you a really clear example. This weekend, I was doing some discovery calls, and the girl texted me because she had missed her session time. And so I texted her saying like, hey, you missed we had you scheduled at this time, right? I'm sorry you couldn't make it. If you'd like to reschedule, here's how to do that, whatever, right? And she messaged me back right away and was like, no, my time was scheduled for this time. And I was like, oh, I realized like, oh, I forgot to put the time zone in there. I was like, oh, you're absolutely right. I said 8:30, it is 9:30 Eastern, and then came back with like, well, you didn't even call me and you didn't do this. And it was just like all this, like, I felt personally attacked, right? I felt like, wait, what? Like, I was just telling you, you missed your appointment so we can get you rescheduled, and you just start like pointing fingers at me. And I started to feel attacked. And then I had to take a moment and be like, okay, right, where did that miscommunication happen? And also, where was I feeling that personal attack? And I had to look at that a little bit deeper and say, well, could I have called her? Absolutely. Why didn't I call her? Well, some things started to come up. Well, I didn't call her because maybe I didn't want to have a session. I've been quite busy. Maybe I wasn't in the place to allow somebody new into my space. And so maybe that was, well, then it was like, okay, well, why don't I want to allow anybody into my space right now? Right. And so I had to really look at that and clear that, because that's not the case. I actually consciously, I think I want, right. I'm saying like, oh yeah, I have the new cosmic alchemy is open. I am wanting new people into my world. But then on a very deeper level, right, there is a little bit of wounding that my space taking up too much space, right, and or allowing people into my space that maybe aren't the right fit. And so there was, a lot that came up from this little simple thing of me feeling personally attacked, but I got so much awareness out of it, of what is going on with me and what are my deeper thinking and deeper thoughts and what is really driving my action. So this Mars opposite Chiron, we saw this over the weekend. We can definitely see this in through the next couple of weeks until October 3rd. So just, again, be a little bit mindful around that. But this is a really good time to work on wounds around assertiveness, personal power, and independence, okay? And then finally, we have this Venus that is squared. She is squared Jupiter right now. And I want you to note here, these Uranus and Jupiter they're close, but they're not conjunct. This is about 8 degrees. Now, some astrologers may say that that is a conjunction and those energies are influencing each other. I kind of look at like a 6-degree orb. So I would say this really isn't a conjunction from my perspective, but just keep that in mind. But these two right here with Venus and Jupiter, this is energy of taking on too much. This is where we just want to have fun, and we want to be pleasing, right? We want to appeal to people, and because we're in such a generous and optimistic mood with some of the other things that are happening, that we're like a little bit more of like, yeah, I can do that. Yep, I can do that. And then all the things land on us and we're like, holy crap, what happened? So just be mindful that this could be a bit of an energy of did I not show? I didn't share my screen. Yeah. Being a little bit more of kind of overdoing it, working too much. So take some time, take some breaks, especially on those water days if you can, on those Scorpio days. Take some time to, really take care of yourself, take some breaks. We really can't use the full energy of our fire energy, which is that Sagittarius energy on Friday and Saturday. We have not filled our cup in the water energy, which is on Wednesday and Thursday. All right, my friend, that is your sidereal astrology forecast for the week of September 18th through the 24th. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful week. Again, if you'd like to come join us in Cosmic Alchemy, I'd love to support you I cleared away, just FYI, I did clear away any blocks that were stopping me from inviting people in. So here I am inviting you into Cosmic Alchemy. This is our 12-month program to really help you gain a deeper awareness of your authentic self. And we do that through the lens of astrology and through the healing of the Akashic records. All right, my friend, have a beautiful rest of your day. And as always, close your eyes and take a deep breath. And find peace.